skiers, it's Bob with SkiEssentials.com. Welcome to our 2024 ski test. If this ski looks familiar, then you are correct. This is a carryover model from last year's Enforcer Unlimited 104. Same graphics, same build. Just continues on that march towards hybrid touring ski dominance. The going theory is that these companies are taking their successful shapes in other all-mountain and freeride skis, making a lighter build to it and kind of marketing it as a hybrid touring ski. It really works well with this one. We got on these last year and it was just an instant love for how well they turned. It's no surprise given how we felt about the 104 Free over the past few years. And then just kind of the unlimited version takes it to the next level in terms of flexibility, being able to access the entirety of the side cut, and just having that lighter build to it that makes it a little bit more maneuverable and agile, as well as opening up just an easier access to touring and backcountry skiing. We've pretty much only used these exclusively at the resort, and no complaints from a resort perspective at all. This is a really well built ski. They do a nice job using a maple macro block core, so lighter, wider stringers of wood that doesn't require as much epoxy. And then we get a layer of carbon on the bottom, layer on the top, as opposed to two sheets of metal that we see in the 104 Free. Ends up being a pretty energetic ski with a lot of pop. And then because it follows the same footprint as the 104 Free, it's a pretty sharp turner as well. That was kind of the thing that stood out the most, was how well this ski turned on trail and how we were able to access that side cut, given that it has a lighter build. A little bit of a loss of stability at speed, but overall, it would be hard for me to say that I would rather have the Free most days around here, as crazy as that sounds. But it does end up being a little bit lighter. This is the 179 here. I have it on the scale here at 1,595 grams. So for a 104, with the performance involved, I think that's a pretty nice weight to be at for blending, blending that free ride characteristic with the touring potential. And just for fun, I do have the 104 Free in the same length here, and that hits the scale at just over 2,000 grams. So, 400 gram difference here in the 179 just about. And that's a little bit more significant than what we see in some other skis differences, like a Blizzard Hustle, for example. Those are a little bit closer to the Rustlers in terms of weight. These are a little bit more different. So interesting how they're, kind of taking that philosophy to a different level. But we really like how this thing turns. 17.5 meter turn radius in this 179. And then we get the benefits of that same rocker profile that we see in the 104 Free. Super playful, not going so far as to call it a freestyle twin tip, but definitely has the ability to be, playful and smeary in the back end. Nice positive camber underfoot. And then we've just always loved this shape up front here in these 104 Frees. Nice blend of taper and rocker with that side cut extending past the rocker profile, allowing the ski to turn better in softer snow. It's a very noticeable difference with these Enforcers. And then nice tail rocker as well. And that kind of coincides with the taper in the back, in addition. We do get the skin attachments in the back to nod to the backcountry and touring department. There's certainly lighter skis to go uphill on, but it kind of depends on what you want to do, what other equipment you're adding to the mix, whether you're putting a hybrid binding on it like a Duke PT or a Shift versus a more techie, lightweight, more pin-oriented binding, and then boots too, whether you're using an ultralight touring boot or kind of a heavier, more kind of, again, hybrid appropriate boot that is suitable for resort as well as backcountry skiing. So the other parts that you put with this ski also make a big difference in terms of how you're going to use it. But overall, Still impressed with how this thing goes. If someone's looking for an Enforcer 104 free, but they don't want it to be that heavy, this is a great option for 100% resort skiing. No one should tell you otherwise. If you want to just use this ride in the lifts, I find it to be one of the better tree skis we've been on around here in Vermont. Super floaty, easy to use, really quick. Absolutely love this thing. So make sure you check out this 2024 Nordica Enforcer 104 Unlimited, long name, here at skiessentials.com, and we'll see you out there on the hill. Bye.